26, 2020, 3 p.m. Eastern. People are experiencing how do you put it? Energies, frequencies that come in out of nowhere and seem to become overwhelming. And, they don't know what it is or what's causing it. There really isn't anything causing it. Remember that all of us create things. When you're in a mood or you're in a position emotionally, could be any spectrum from a real high bliss to a real low dismal, and in between, you create. Now, it doesn't mean that you're creating anything truly harmful, but we create different spectrums of frequency and energy. It's like if you are looking at something that disturbs you, and for a moment you have this really burst of just total frustration or anger. That's energy. That's released. That creates. Also, anything that we can imagine, we create. And I know this might sound crazy. A lot of people say, well, I don't need to create anything, But that goes out it every single time. So imagine on just the surface of the planet, how many of us are experiencing, how would you put it? Different energies and frequencies just coming in from nowhere. And the reason that happens is that you have pain and suffering. Those are emotional energies and frequencies that are emitted and sent out from whoever is experiencing those. I think that some of us have a difficult understanding to come to the realization that we're always creating. And when I say that, that's literal. So when you're creating across all spectrums of our existence, good, bad, and ugly, and so where does it go? Where does it go? Where do these so-called demons come from? Where do the demons come from? We create all this. Now, it's not like we do it on purpose. It's not like it's an intent for the most part. But it is, however, a creation. When you're as powerful as each one of us are, you don't need to realize that, but you send out intent through your emotions. You'll create. And that creation can become very powerful if there's enough of us creating it. So if you look at all of those who are in pain, those who are suffering, those who are starving, those who have no water, those who have no shelter, those who are, it's just across the board. It's suffering from different ways, experiencing different energies and frequencies of pain and suffering. Then you have the other side of the spectrum where people are experiencing bliss and happiness and joy and fulfillment. This is, again, it's a yin and a yang. This is why we concentrate on our intent so much to lift the civilization, to lift the planet, to lift the existence of our brothers and sisters through the communication of high vibrational frequency, deep eternal love and gratitude through their gods within them. It's not necessarily going to them, it's going to their gods. And since we are all connected, we're all one, different facets of source creation, then it isn't difficult to communicate with our gods across the board. So when these things, when we realize this and we begin to understand, such as Buddha would say, what we are today comes from our thoughts of yesterday and our present thoughts. Build our life of tomorrow. Our life is the creation of our mind. It's what the mind, and understand, okay, the mind is not structured. It isn't controlled. It is everywhere. This is why we bring in the ego mind. So it's everywhere. And Buddha knew that, so he concentrated on taming the mind. Not messing with it or trying to intervene with it, but taming it so he could direct the mind to the heart, rather the heart, the mind to the heart, where the heart then takes the direction of authority. We remember the emphasis on the heart. The mind lives in doubt, and the heart lives in trust. Remember that remember the emphasis in the heart. The mind lives in doubt, and the heart lives in trust. When you trust, suddenly you become centered. And that's really, really powerful statement. Quote from Osho. If we remember the emphasis on the heart, not the mind. The mind lives in doubt, and the heart lives in trust. So when you trust, suddenly you become centered. This is what happens to a lot of us. Now, I don't think any of us are exempt from it. But we have a tendency to live through the mind, and the mind lives in doubt. That's where all of our doubt comes from. That's where all the things that we question of ourselves and judge ourselves. And if we judge ourselves, we'll judge others. If we question ourselves, we question others. We have this doubt. Doubt creates fear. Fear creates what? Anger. So remember the emphasis on the heart. In this existence, in this now, the mind lives in doubt and the heart lives in trust. So when you trust, suddenly you become centered. So, and also, with everything happening on this planet, in it, above it, and below it, the world around you may not be trusting life at all. Okay? This doesn't have to impact any of us. It's a choice. So, the world around us may not be trusting life at all, but yet this doesn't have to impact any of us. Things may not go exactly as how we planned. That's why, there's where you say, what's the purpose of planning? And even turn completely upside down. So yet, if you have a deep connection with your heart, you'll find life to be this entertaining play. And you'll learn how to relax deeper and enjoy the play instead of gripping onto life and resisting the divinity that is here now. It is the trust in yourself. It is the heart, where you become so deeply rooted in the core of your spiritual existence that nothing can shake you. Have you ever been there with that, with yourself? With trust, the heart, remember, the mind is doubt, okay? The heart lives in trust. The mind lives in doubt, the heart lives in trust. But with trust, each of us, we become so deeply rooted in the core of our spiritual existence that nothing can shake us. We become like a mountain, immovable, fiercely strong, and compassionate. Now, the trusting roots give us the power to hold space for others stuck in fear and resistance to trust. maybe you've met them, maybe you haven't, maybe it's you, but we hold space for others, our other brothers and sisters stuck in fear and resistance to trust. There are those who would resist trust. Resist it. Have you ever resisted trust? Well, what is that like? What is resisting trust? Well, it's when you go along and there's nothing you trust. You resist it at every angle. You conjure things on your own through the mind, the ego. You can't trust anybody. Oh no, this is going to be bad. They're up to something. This isn't good. I don't trust this. I don't trust that. I don't trust myself. You can't trust anybody else. You don't trust yourself. And if you aren't operating from the heart, you're not going to trust yourself. You're going to live in doubt through the mind. Now, when you look around and as you see things unfold as they're doing now, but at more accelerated rate, you're going to start to understand how important this is, if you don't already. The trusting roots give us the power to hold space for others stuck in fear and resistance to trust. It's only with trust that we can venture out into the world and have new intimate heart-opening relationships, manifest our actual others, however you want to say it, twin flame soulmate, and meet amazing new friends that are inspirational and healing for your soul. Now, one of the ways that you can instantly build bigger trust muscles is to practice consciously letting go of any tension that you are holding in your body. Any tension that you're holding in your body. Check your jaw, your hands, your stomach, your shoulders, your back, all of it. Notice where you're holding tight, gripping the control on some perceived future. You ever done that? Have you ever been in a situation where you're fiercely gripping and holding on of some kind of perceived future? Now, if you tell these stress parts, tight parts, that it is safe to relax, then they can let go of the control. And the trusting is so important for all of us, especially really now with this great awakening and shift and liberation of this planet. The trusting process is all about learning how to detach from the ego mind. The ego mind. And let go of control. A lot of us have and it's doubt that generates this from the mind, that we have a difficult time letting go of control. You know, our body parts might communicate back to us with some past memory or trauma that they are holding on to, which makes them want to remain in a fearful control. You see how powerful the past can be to seduce you. Okay? Returning to this memory and replaying it again and again with the light of God shining on it from every angle, meaning see this experience in a new light, knowing it was designed to initiate a deeper level of trust that you're experiencing now. So literally saturate it and flood it through your heart energy, your heart love, the trust. And it starts with us. It starts with each of us. How can you trust anything when you can't, when it's difficult to trust yourself? how do you do that? Well, you just practice trusting yourself every chance that you can get. You just simply relax deeper into your heart center. Focus on your heart. Imagine a golden lotus flower is blooming, and there is as often as you can during your day, or however you would depict it for yourself. Hold this image and feeling for as many seconds as you can, and practice each day until you can hold it for 3 minutes. Just 3 minutes. And this meditation will bring a deep opening and healing throughout your body, as the heart is the source of where trust is born. You ever heard, we've said this to ourselves. I know in my heart that this is right, or I know in my heart that this is a good thing, or I know in my heart that this is happening. You know, we've used that a lot. We use it in many different instances and situations or experiences. If any fearful beliefs or negative attitudes would possibly arise during this brief meditation, open the heart, let them in. Let them into your heart. Anything that is blocking or protecting you from trust. Yes, we do have these thoughts in the mind and ego trying to protect us from trust. Isn't that amazing? Protecting us from trust. And where is it coming from? Where is that coming from? It's coming from fear and ego. Fear, mind, ego, mind. So you let them melt and surrender to the golden light from the lotus. Let the golden light merge and melt with the darkness. This is about surrendering yourself to a deeper experience of your life. Let your heart be fluid, open, at ease, and let the light of pure consciousness do all the work for you. Let it shine upon all uncertainty and see the negative belief for what it truly is. And this is absolutely paramount. Everything is unfolding perfectly, effortlessly, and exactly as it needs to. The universe does not make any mistakes ever, ever, ever. Nothing is by accident. This is a brilliant play of consciousness, pure consciousness, where each of us have nothing to fear. As long as we all are alive and we remember that our lives are one big long experience of learning how to let go. And one day, we all will have to let go of this body and mind. So the more often you can practice letting go, making space for the new, more room you have to allow more good things to enter your entire life now. When each of us can push ourselves to get beyond our normal, untrusting comfort zones, we will feel better about ourselves, and that we have grown and we start to see new things created into reality manifest. And this is when we get to see how clear and devoted we all are to our spiritual path, and how to master the art of being beyond control and listening to your inner guidance. What does a real master of life know deep down? What does a real master of life know deep down? To trust that each experience in life is the right experience. Lean into this one pearl of wisdom. It will carry you through the most challenging of times. Only by trusting each experience that is given to you can you relax enough to feel and hear the voice of grace divinely guiding you. When source of real freedom, love, and bliss. What we are today comes from our thoughts of yesterday, and our present thoughts build our life of tomorrow. Our life is the creation of our mind. Buddha. Now, how many of you can say this to yourselves? I trust that my future is going to be bright and flawless. It is just like trusting in anything else in life. Just because I don't know yet what's about to come doesn't mean I cannot trust it. Mastering the vibration of trust comes from learning how to trust myself. And this means paying more attention to the little voice inside you that knows, that the voice that doubts and doesn't know. It is as simple as that. Paying attention to the little voice inside you that knows, that the voice that doubts and doesn't know. We all have a sixth psychic sense, and it is very, very real. It has been proven. You can look it up. Read about the Russian scientists who have proven it. Now, this inner sense can naturally perceive and know things that are about to happen. It is all the seeing aspect of our souls. And it will forewarn us if we are listening. And the key to increasing all of our six senses is listening. Listening. Imagine that you have a spiritual guide, a teacher, a master, an angel, or higher being that is beside you all the time, helping you to find your way through life. Now, this being is real, lives on another dimension, so you cannot yet physically see them, yet they are here. By tuning into your personal guide on a regular basis, you become used to hearing the messages, insights, and answers you need. And we're not talking about bicameral voices in the right and left brain at all. You know what is coming your way. The more you practice opening your senses, being more sensitive, quieting your mind, the easier it is to hear. The more you let go, relax, and trust the guidance within you, the clearer the messages from your higher intuitive self become. Now, perhaps many of us have been hurt, betrayed, abandoned many times in our lives, and we have a really hard time opening up to trust. Now, we may be asking ourselves, why would I want to trust in someone that could possibly be untrustworthy? The secret here is to stop looking out there for trust. Seriously, looking out there for trust, and start looking inside yourself for it. Each of us are choosing trust simply because it makes us a bigger, better, and happier person. We are doing it to improve our vibration and consciousness. And when we, at a higher frequency, we all will be able to discern when it's safe to open up or retract in a situation that would be harmful. It's like becoming a trustaholic for the vibration and frequency of trust. It's not about trusting the world, but it's about enjoying the feeling of living in this high vibe state. Now, some people will label you as a fool, yet those people deep down wish they had the courage to let go of fear and let in trust. they live their entire lives wrapped up in resistance to life and trapped in fear. This is not the life any of us want to live. If we are challenged with opening up to trust, then ask yourself this simple question. How do you want to look back at your life when it's all over? Wouldn't you rather see someone who lived their life overflowing with trust rather than doubt and fear? And each moment is your investment into how you are going to live the rest of your life. Trust or fear? Make your choice right now and keep making that choice again and again and again to choose trust or fear, and you will never regret it. Choose trust. There is no need to run towards the ocean. Just slowly enjoy the trees and the birds and the people, having a trust in your heart that every river has always reached the ocean, so you cannot be the exception. Existence does not allow any exceptions. You will also reach the ocean. Osho. Your hands are on the steering wheel right now, each and every one of you. The choice has always been yours. It's always been here to trust and continue trusting the feeling of trust. Just because it feels good. And when you've learned how to trust yourself 100% of the time, you will have mastered this lifetime and will never fail at anything you desire or want to create. You can dramatically improve your ability to create into reality, to manifest the life you want and deserve to have by simply applying what I've just shared with you. So, this meditation, this is your choice. You choose trust of yourself, or you choose fear. And by choosing trust again and again and again, you will never regret it. And you, all of us, do not live our entire lives wrapped up in resistance to life and trapped in fear. This is not the life any of us want to live. So we choose. We choose right now. And we keep making that choice again and again and again to choose trust over fear. And none of us will ever regret it. Trust over fear. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, and I'm sure we all are. And the first thing that we desire to do is relax our bodies. Practice being able to let go. Just let go. Don't hang on to anything. Don't grip everything tighter. Just let it go. Walk through it. Don't run from it. You have the trust within you. Walk through it. You have the God within you. Walk through it. The only harm that you're going to experience is the harm of allowing fear to guide you. The body responds, shoulders drop. Anywhere that you think that you are holding frequencies, energies of stress, fear, anxiety, worry, let it go. Just, you have trust in yourself, let it go. Body relaxes. And then we move into the now. And the now is what we have. There isn't anything else. It's just the now. And by moving into the now, we still the mind, the ego mind. And by stilling the ego mind, we concentrate more and more on trust. Trust in ourselves. Trust through our hearts. We don't go into the past. The past is already gone. We've experienced it. Anything that we have brought with us from the past is our experience of that, whatever it was. We don't need to revisit it. Some of us will revisit the past and we become so seduced with it that we like to live in it again because we are so in fear of the now. So we deposit ourselves in the past. We bring the past into a future that doesn't exist. We create the future from the past, and we relive the past in that future. This is why so many of us say it feels like I've been running around in circles my whole life. The future. We're creating the future in the now. The now is where we're creating the future. How does that happen? We focus on the now. We focus on the moment, the space between heartbeats. We focus on this. No matter what it is you're doing, the focus also stills the mind and the noise and the chatter. It allows you to move into trust. Trust through your heart. Trust of you. Trusting the God within you, the universe. You embrace trust enough within yourself, you will not be stirred from external happenings. You will not be pushed or moved into fear at all. Now, we want to breathe. We want to breath in through our noses and breath out through our mouths. And what does the breath mean? The breath takes in divine positive energy. The breath is divine positive energy. It sustains these bodies. It respects the life that you are. Highest value in the universe is fills your lungs, calms you, relaxes you, eases you. And as we're all sitting in a comfortable position, we want to take that divine positive energy that we breath in through our noses. We take it up through the center of our bodies, right up through our spinal column to the top of our head. These are called energy vortexes. With flower, petal-shaped wheels, geometric patterns. And these 7 chakras are connected to different glands and organs in each of our bodies and are responsible for uniform distribution of our God light energy, our chi. Life energy, prana, through them. And when there is a disruption in this life energy or a blockage in any one or more chakras, the individual, each of us, may suffer from health or mental issues. So the chakras form the energy ecosystem of every one of us. And a deficiency in this ecosystem can wreak havoc in the different areas of life. So we take the divine positive energy. We begin with the vibrant red wheel of light, the root chakra, the Muladhara. This is the energy, stability, comfort, safety, the I am. Now remember, keep an eye on the little guy I, the ego. Then we bring it up through the orange wheel of light, the sacral chakra, the Vadhisthana. This is sensuality, sexuality, pleasure, sociability, I feel. And then we take it up through the yellow wheel of light, the solar plexus chakra, the Manipura. This is power, strength, personality, determination, I do. And then we take it up through the green wheel of light, the heart chakra, the Anahata, acceptance, love, compassion, sincerity, I love. And then through the blue wheel of light, the throat chakra, the Vishuddha. Communication, expression, creativity, inspiration, I talk. And then up through the violet wheel of light, the third eye chakra, the Ajna. Intuition, lucidity, meditation, trust, I see. And then through the purple wheel of light, the crown chakra, the Sahasrara. Knowledge, consciousness, fulfillment, spirituality, I understand. When we bring this divine positive energy through all of these energy vortex up through your spinal column to the top of your head, just toward the back of the head, you hold that powerful frequency, this energy, and for a moment, hold it. I am light, I am love, I am. And in that moment, you are able to compress and condense it into pure liquid energy. It's very powerful. And then you release it over the pineal gland. Now understand that pineal gland, you can look at it however you see it or visualize it through your heart-mind. You look at it as a prune, a raisin, a pine cone. I look at it as a rosebud. It's a green ball. So the pure liquid energy is released over the green ball, and it immediately vibrantly opens up into a beautiful, fragrant rose that is eternal and multicolored, vibrant. And what this is, our pineal gland, is very important to us while we're in these bodies because it is the gateway to all the particles of existence, is a gateway to pure consciousness, and a gateway to beyond. When it's been suppressed in this civilization for so very long, we just aren't aware of its power and its capabilities. And we desire to have it full health, expansiveness, and fully operational. And this visualization will do that. Now, all of us are consciously aware that we are of and from the highest, deepest, eternal love, and of and from the highest and deepest, eternal gratitude. We're also aware that we're one, or God. All of everything is one. We also have others with us to assist in this gathering. We have the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, and the archetypes. Now, they've been around a long time. We've been around a long time. And we all come from the same source. They vibrate at a different frequency than we do. This is why we don't see them like we see each other right now. That will change. Now they're consciously aware that they are of the highest, from the highest and deepest eternal love, and of the highest and from the highest and deepest eternal gratitude. Sometimes they show up in humanoid form, just give us a message. Very, conversation. You can tell by the vibration and the conversation, and then they leave and they're gone, and then it dawns on you. Now because of their vibrational frequency, they can house a large large number in a small area. This is why it's easy for them to surround any one of us in the thousands. So, we have helped them and they have helped us. We are here to serve each other, help each other, experience the life that we've chosen. We also have the Ascended Masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda Jesus, El Morya, Abundantia, Pel, Thoth, many, many, many more. These are those who have ascended out of body and hold God form, pure consciousness. We're always assisting and helping. We're always assisting and helping. We have ascended into physical form to experience life in physical form, biological form. Are we mastering? Yes. Are they mastering? Yes. Are the archangels, cherubim, seraphim, archetypes, are they mastering? Yes, we're all mastering. Just different degrees. Now, all the ascended masters, they are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest and deepest eternal love and of and from the highest and deepest eternal gratitude. So we all are here together. This planet, Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this meditation forming the circle of light. Now we're compelled to call upon all the rest of our brothers and sisters, all the different facets and aspects and reflections of us, each other, across existence. So we call out to all of the light energy beings and all there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest and deepest eternal love and of and from the highest and deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of the circle of light. And they come in the Gugaplexes. One Gugaplex fills this universe. They come in trillions of Gugaplexes from every direction. And they are with us now. We call upon all the inhabitants of inner Earth, hollow Earth, beneath Earth, Agartha. Many, many, many civilizations and species, and only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest and deepest eternal love, of and from the highest and deepest eternal gratitude, can join us and be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light. And they come in the billions. And they are with us now. We call upon all the off-worlders, celestials, galactics, many, many, many civilizations and species. Over 1,000 of them go through this solar system every day. We're familiar with a handful of them to a certain degree. Pleiadians, Arcturians, Andromedans, Sirians, feline, Zeta Reticuli, all different species, levels, grays, Nords, Golden Pyramid, Avian, many, many, many more. And only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest and deepest eternal love and of and from the highest and deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, to forming the circle of light. Now, they've been assisting us in our evolution, our enlightenment, our ascension freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And they come in the billions. They are with us now. We call upon all of our loved ones, all of those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest and deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest and deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, this forming of this circle of light. And they come in the billions. They are with us now. We call upon all the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now in this meditation of forming the circle of light. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest and deepest eternal love and of and from the highest and deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, and the forming of the circle of light. They come in the trillions, colors, shapes, sizes, forms, configurations of which many we've never ever seen before. And we're only familiar with just a fraction of them. The fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, dwarves, trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, and the minotaur. Many, many, many more. And they are with us now. We all come together, arm in arm, hand in hand, all of our gods together, and we're all in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, and abundance. And all of us are of and from the highest of the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, and of and from the highest of the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love. And we are all one, and we are all God, and we are all love. And our God light energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever, and it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. Now we begin to levitate up above this planet, Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now. We have formed this magnificent circle of light. It is massive. It is made of our essence, of the God within us, of source creation, pure, deep, eternal love. And it floods, saturates, and bathes everything and everything. Everyone on the surface of this planet, everyone inside this planet, everyone above it and below it. And this does not end. This is continuing to intensify and expand. Now, as we continue to levitate up, we're met with this massive gossamer field of trillions of magnificent sparkling lights, of colors that we've never ever seen before, splashing, glittering, and flowing, and saturating everything in deep eternal love. And we're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is a column that reminds us that we are the power of healing. Then immediately we're met with the violet blue purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is the column that reminds us of our power, our strength, our resolve. then we're met with the white fire. This column reminds us that we are imbued head to toe, inside and out, eternally with this brilliant white fire. Its essence and frequency is that of Source Creator, pure, deep, eternal love. It cannot be disturbed. It cannot be affected by any external influence, any external frequency, any lower dark matter frequency, any lower survival matter frequency. Anything that is attempted externally to breach our field, our white fire god armor, is negated. It cannot. Only you have the power to lower your vibrational field. And the only way you do this is that if you choose to go deep, anger, fear, hatred, and you go low enough, you will create a breach in your white fire armor, allowing these lower dark matter frequencies, lower survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. Then you're immediately met with the purple transmuting flame. This is a column that reminds you that you can bring it in, and you can literally transmute all of these lower matter, dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance immediately, sending them back to pure consciousness where they are no more. Then you're immediately met with the violet ray. This column reminds you can bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame. And you can purify, cleanse the area where these lower frequencies were, therefore reinstating your white fire armor of deep eternal love. Then we're met with the golden white pink light. This column reminds us of what we are. We are deep eternal love. We deep eternal gratitude. We see it in the sunsets. We see it in the sunrises. We experience. We see it in the waters. We see it in the clouds. See it in the skies. Everywhere. It's constantly reminding us of the love that we are. The gloriousness, the divinity, the beauty, the splendor. It's all in front of us, constantly reminding us. This is why we're so taken aback when we see such grand beauty. It is the love that made us. It's everywhere. Now, as we continue to levitate up above the planet, some of us will carry physical form, decide to step out of physical form and just float effortlessly above our bodies. And as we do this and we continue to ascend, we look and we see this massive crystalline light column. And we created this. It's larger than the solar system. It houses, it looks to be prisms of trillions of colors, vibrant, all connected and pulsating outward. And you can see like these bands of multicolored light washing and cleansing, purifying, uplifting the entire civilization of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now, in this meditation, is circle of light. To their very core existence, inside and out, head to toe. Then we look up at the top. We designed it so that the golden ocean can come cascading down effortlessly, perpetually, 360 degrees. Now this golden ocean, you can feel the intensity and the power of this love. This golden ocean is saturating, flooding, and bathing all of our brothers and sisters, this entire planet, inside and out, above and below, all of the planets in the solar system, everything, perpetually. And you can see around the solar system is forming a golden shield. It's clear, but you can see it. It's impenetrable. It is healing not only this planet, but all the planets, all life, the highest value in universes. You can feel the intensity and the power of it just here with Earth, with Gaia, with Arya. Now, at the top of this crystalline column, the golden ocean is cascading down 360 degrees. And each of us is a drop of that golden ocean. We each hold the essence of that ocean. You see, there is no escape from what made you. What we all are is deep eternal love. There's no escape from that. You can't escape from what you are. You're love. That cannot be. You cannot separate of that which you are. You are love. And we look a little bit over and we see this meditative sphere. We created this sphere well over 2 years ago. It said center circle. It's massive. It is holding near 900 of our meditations in perpetual motion, expanding, progressing, intensifying. All of the highest high intent of deep eternal love and gratitude, gentleness and kindness, generosity and humbleness, bliss and joy and peace, tranquility, benevolence, abundance. It is not possible for lower dark matter frequencies to survive. It is not possible for lower survival matter frequencies to survive. With the intensity that we have put into motion, all of these lower frequencies will cease their disturbances. All pain and suffering, all the propaganda will go on deaf ears. And all of us choose trust in ourselves. All of us choose the heart-mind as our guide. It's our choice. When we choose this and we practice this, fear, through ego, ceases to exist. Our meditative sphere can be seen, heard, and felt, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever, and it will continue to intensify and continue to expand. We are transforming the very essence of the civilization of this planet into a higher existence of deep eternal love and gratitude. God planet, paradise. We are heaven that walks the earth. Why wouldn't we create a paradise to enjoy? Walking with. We're all one. We're all love. We're all God. God-light energy continues to intensify, continues to expand. It is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And you feel it through your heart minds. This cannot be put asunder. It cannot be halted. It is the collective consciousness. It is our source creator. All together, we are transforming lower dark matter frequencies, lower survival matter frequencies, and we have chosen to be in trust of ourselves, and we have chosen to be with the heart mind. I'll join you in the meditation. I'll return to close us out.